A body language expert watched every single Belmont and Ella scene from off-campus, and what she found shocked even her. She said, and I quote, "This is not two actors hitting their marks. Something real is happening here." So today, we're breaking down exactly what she caught, the micro-expressions, the unconscious touch patterns, the moments neither of them could fake. Stay with me until the end, because the last clip she analyzed, nobody's talking about it. And before we dive in, if you're new here, this channel is your home for everything Ella and Belmont. Subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next week. Body language science is ruthless. It doesn't care about PR teams or carefully worded interviews. It reads what the body does before the brain catches up. And when experts apply it to on-screen chemistry, they can tell the difference between two actors pretending to like each other and two people who genuinely can't keep their walls up around each other. Belmont and Ella fall very clearly into one of those categories. Let's start with proximity. Every body language expert will tell you the same thing. People unconsciously lean toward people they're drawn to. It's called postural echo, and you can't rehearse it out of yourself. Watch any shared scene between Belmont and Ella. Not the scripted blocking. Watch the in-between moments, the pauses, the transitions. His body consistently orients toward her even when his dialogue is directed elsewhere. She mirrors his rhythm, the pace of her breathing, the tilt of her head, without ever looking like she's trying to. One expert flagged a specific scene where Belmont adjusts his position mid-take, not to hit a camera angle, but because Ella shifted, and his body followed automatically. That's not direction. That's instinct. If you're finding this as fascinating as I am, subscribe right now. We go deep on Ella and Belmont every single week, and this community is already asking the right questions. Now let's talk about touch. This is where things get really interesting. Scripted touch is functional. Actor A touches Actor B's hand because the script says so, and they execute it cleanly. What experts look for is incidental touch, the brushes, the half-reaches, the lingering that goes slightly past what the scene requires. Belmont and Ella have a pattern that analysts flagged repeatedly. His hands don't retract on cue. In a scene where the physical moment has technically ended, his hand stays a beat longer than necessary. And Ella, rather than resetting, softens into it. That softening is unconscious. That's the body saying yes before the mind makes a decision. There's also a comfort proximity indicator experts use. How close do two people sit when they don't have to be close? In behind-the-scenes footage, these two consistently collapse the distance between them, on set, in interview setups, in casual moments. That's not performance, that's preference. And here's the thing the age gap actually explains, not in a scandalous way, but in a real way. Belmont is older. He's navigated more rooms, more sets, more high-pressure moments. The comfort he creates around Ella isn't coincidence. Multiple crew members have noted it. Her audience feels it. That ease she has on screen with him, it came from somewhere. Eye contact is the most analyzed variable in body language science, and for good reason. Sustained mutual eye contact releases oxytocin. It creates genuine emotional bonding. And crucially, it's extremely hard to fake at a high level for extended periods. The average eye contact duration in normal conversation is 3 to 5 seconds. Anything beyond that reads as either confrontation or deep interest. Belmont and Ella, in their most talked-about scenes, hold eye contact at durations that experts classified as intimate bonding range, the kind that happens between people who feel safe with each other. One analyst pointed to a specific press junket clip, where Ella answers a question about the show. Belmont is not the subject of the question. He's not required to look at her. He looks at her the entire time she speaks. Not politely, with focus. That kind of attention is involuntary. It tells you what the brain finds interesting when it thinks no one's watching. Now, the clip the expert called the most significant, and this one barely anyone has discussed. It's a behind-the-scenes moment from the off-campus press cycle. Belmont and Ella are standing with the broader cast, A question gets directed at the group. Everyone responds with standard, relaxed posture. Except Belmont. The moment Ella begins speaking, his entire body language shifts. Shoulders square toward her. Weight redistributes to his front foot. Head tilts slightly. These are three simultaneous indicators of what body language science calls full attentional orientation. You don't do all three at once, unless your nervous system prioritizes that person. The expert's exact note: he's not watching her perform, he's watching her. That's a different thing entirely. Here's what all of this adds up to. Chemistry on screen can be manufactured. Lighting, editing, music, direction, all of it helps. But body language science operates below all of that. It reads what the body does when nobody told it what to do. And what Belmont and Ella's bodies do, consistently, across scripted scenes, press appearances, and behind-the-scenes footage, is reach toward each other, orient toward each other, soften around each other. Whether that means anything beyond a genuinely powerful on-set connection, that's a question only they can answer. But the data doesn't lie. Real chemistry or just extraordinary acting? Drop your answer below. I want to know what you think after watching this breakdown.